Flex tools. I've heard the name, but I've never actually used these tools before. They kept popping up in that internet tool popularity report, so I realized I might be missing something. Today, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone to test their impact driver for the first time. This should be interesting. Okay, so we did this report about the internet's most favorite tools, and we were thinking, oh yeah, big three, DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee. But there was an interrupter in the middle of all that. And it was this brand right here, Flex Tools. Just so you guys know, we are not sponsored for this video. I had to go this morning and buy these tools at Lowe's. Why is the internet saying that these tools are so good? And they're ranking some of them better than Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Makita. So I'm like, okay, fine. Now this is a brand new tool, okay? We read the directions. This is model number FX1371A, 24 volt brushless impact driver. Now to be fair, we're gonna do a comparison for you as well, but to be fair, I put their 6 amp hour battery on this drill. So it fits nice. There's a gauge on the battery. You hit this button and it lights up on the side. Now when it's dark, man, this thing glows green. It has a really bright LED on the base right here, right above the battery. You pull the trigger, you can pull the trigger and get the LED to come on without really operating the drill. There's electronic speed control right here. So there's 3 different speeds. So I'm on high, which I'm always gonna keep it on number 3. But if you're doing more fragile work, you might wanna be on level 1. And that's as fast as I can go. There's level 2. One thing I do like about the trigger, it is variable speed, which is really nice, okay? Here's level 3. And that's what I'm looking for. I just want this thing to go gunga-din all the time. I don't really usually put my drills on a lower speed, especially when you have a variable speed trigger on the drill, because that's what I'm used to doing. I can control the speed of the drill with my finger versus a setting. Now, if you're running thousands of screws and you can't run them on 3 because they're gonna strip, you're running into metal, there's a couple settings for that as well. You have a standard screw setting over here, and then if you want, which, okay, I'll pull the trigger on that. It's just all out. Then there's a metal screw setting for more delicate work, which has a lower speed and probably some kind of a clutch in it. Maybe we'll try it out. I don't really have metal. I mean, there's a metal shop right behind us, but I don't think the homeowner's gonna appreciate me ripping the screws out of his shop just so I can show you guys, but maybe we'll do it anyways, we'll see. For now, we're gonna go all in. Okay, this drill is gonna be all in because I wanna test it and see how well it drives fasteners through a 4x4 into another 4x4. So we're going through 3.5 inches of wood, and then we're attaching it to another 3.5 inches of wood. So we're gonna do some initial testing with this drill, and then we're gonna compare it to another drill made by DeWalt with a 6 amp hour battery. The DeWalt drill's not brand new, but the battery is brand new. You know, I think it's a fair comparison, even though I don't have a brand new DeWalt drill that I recently have purchased. These are probably, I'd say, at least a year, maybe 2 years old, but it's the closest I can get, and I think it'll be a fair comparison. Hey, before we continue, a lot of you have been asking me how I have been obtaining some of the species of lumber I use in some of our deck builds and soffits and things like that. Like this clear vertical grain cedar right here. It's beautiful, but it's becoming really expensive, as well as it's like a clear Doug fir or possibly even a clear hemlock. It's a nice product, but you can kind of see as it dries out, it starts to get a little bit of a cupping to it. Instead of using these products, because especially like this clear vertical grain cedar is nice and it's beautiful when it's installed, but there's some issues we've been having with it lately. And so instead of using these products here, I've been using a lot more of Maximo Thermo Ayous instead. Now, let me tell you some of the reasons why I've been doing that. Basically, for about the same price point, or less than clear vertical grain cedar, you're gonna get a 20-year warranty versus no warranty on those other species of wood. You're gonna have a guaranteed product availability versus possible scarcity or allocations of some of the other brands. Stable pricing versus instability due to tariffs and high demand. This product will be more durable thanks to the legitimate thermal modification of the product. They're cooking these boards and removing a certain amount of the moisture out of them, so they make it super stable and lasts a long time. time. So with the rising price of cedar, fir, and hemlock, I consider myself lucky to be able to find a product like this that I can use with a 20-year warranty that's gonna last a really long time. Maximo Thermo Ayous, give them a try. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's get back to that video. So what else about this drill do I need to tell you about? It's pretty rugged, it feels good in the hand, it's well balanced, it's a little heavy because it's got a big battery on it. It's probably a little bit lighter than this DeWalt. It's very close. We could probably go on the internet and find out the weights, but you know. So I'm gonna go ahead, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and anchor this piece of 4x4 to the table so that when I'm trying to drill screws into this, it's not moving around. Oh yeah, one more thing about this drill that we discovered, and it's a cool feature if it worked both ways. As of right now, we're having issues with it. So it tells you there's a forward and a reverse on this drill, and then there's a locking position in between forward and reverse. Here's forward. Oh, excuse me, that's reverse. Here's forward. But in between, there's a locker, so I can't pull the trigger. Then there's a button right here that's supposed to release the bit, and it does not. So I'm gonna pull out on the head. That's how normally you take a bit off an impact driver, is you pull on this. Now that it's locked, the way this is supposed to work is you push in on this button and it moves the shank. And then you're supposed to be able to insert the bit, okay? Which it does. That's great. But when I go to take it off, it's supposed to also work in reverse, and it does not. Then I tried a different bit, okay? Same thing, goes on great. It will not release. Oh, maybe it's just new. I pulled harder and it came off. Let's try that again. We tried to get this thing off 10 times and it didn't work. Now it does. That just happened, like, we didn't stage this. That just happened. I was ready to give a negative mark on this drill because that didn't work. But because it's so new, I told Calvin, I was like, hey, maybe it'll start working after the test, after we drill, put some fasteners in and loosen up the head a little bit. So it does work. I'd say it's cool, but the negative of it is, I don't know if it's any faster than if you just put it in forward and you just pull on this thing and put your bit in. I don't know if that's any faster than if you stop the drill, put it in lock, and then find the button and push it. I don't know if that's really saving you a ton of time. I think it's habitual how you work into something. On the DeWalt, the head has a little bit better gripability. You see how it's a little bit fatter, which makes the overall depth deeper on this. We have some snub nose drills too, but this one I believe has more power. So I wanted to give a more powerful drill in comparison to this drill. When you pull on this shank, it's easier to grab. So when you're using the DeWalt, all you gotta do is just push in on the drill and the bit goes right in, right into the head. So there's nothing, no button to press or anything like that. But when you take the bit off, you have to pull on the head, but it's very fast. So, okay, speed comparison. Let's just say we're starting the test now. Go. Okay, done. This one, okay, gotta lock it. Oh, find the button and push it in. Done. So, all right, we're done. Okay, I gotta lock it, push the button, come out. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, I just think the DeWalt is faster. And again, to be fair, this drill is used, so it's worn in, it's broken in, and very lucid, so it just goes. That speed, that might be partially because we've used it 5,000 times. We've taken bits in and out, you know, thousands of times on this drill. We'll bring that guy in a minute. So what I'll do, I'm gonna take a couple of Fasten Master Versalocks, and I'm just gonna screw this first 4x4 to this table, okay? Oh, actually I do have some. Well, we use these. These will take a little bit longer. All right, so here's my first impression, guys. Make sure I'm on. Okay, I got the right settings. Here we go. I don't like that. That can't make sense. Let's try this. Okay, so I was wrong. The setting is for sheet metal, but I had them reversed when I was telling you what they were. The first setting over here is for driving fasteners. The second setting is for when you drive something. So I guess I'll show you that feature again. Let's say you're driving something and then the drill understands that there's a certain amount of torque happening and it slows down so you don't strip the fastener. So this is a bad fastener to show you the example, but I'm gonna use it anyways because we're doing this video, okay? So this is gonna start out fast, but then it's gonna slow down when it starts to get to a certain amount of torque. And the reason you would want that is if you're running a certain type of fastener and they want to strip. Could be for decking screws, could be for sheet metal, could be for siding on a building, on a barn or something like that where you're adding a lot of metal. Like, that's not my jam, that's not what I do. But for somebody else, very well could be. And so that might be a cool setting. For me, for now, I'm putting it on full bore. Okay, I'm gonna back this out and I'm gonna rerun this screw. Okay, so that 4x4 is nicely installed. The drill worked phenomenal for those two fasteners. They went all the way through the plywood, they're sticking out, but this board is well secured and I know it's not gonna move around, so it's more of a equality factor. I wanna make sure when we do our drill test that things aren't slipping and sliding around. So I'm gonna focus on this side of this 4x4. It's basically not free, but it wouldn't be fair to try to compare drills if I'm running one in this side of the 4x4 and I'm running the other in this, where there's a knot. This is pressure treated hemlock, by the way. Pressure treated hemlock, and it's incised. That's what the lines are. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to install a couple of 6-inch timber locks, and I'm just gonna pin the ends of this board so it doesn't do this while I'm trying to do a speed comparison on these two drills. Okay, so, and again, this is good for testing. All right, here we go. I don't know why it stopped. I did not pull my finger off the trigger. It just decided that's as far as I wanted to go. So I don't know what's up with that. Let's see if it does it again. I don't know what's up with that. To be fair, I want to read the directions and see if I'm doing something wrong here, because I don't like how this thing just cuts out after a certain depth or a certain torque. I don't know if that's a safety feature. And if it is, I would totally disable that if I could. I don't want to come across as ignorant or I don't know what I'm doing, or, you know, if there's a feature that I'm missing here. Okay, man, I'm not happy about that. If this drill keeps doing that during these tests and stuff, I'm taking it back because I cannot deal with that. That to me is just like insulting me. Let's try the other modes and see if we can get this drill just to drive the screw without stopping. Reverse is fine. Okay, let's try this mode. I don't know which one's T1 and which one's T2 because it doesn't really say on here, but let's see if T2, it's set on the manual, T2 is the way to go. So, no. Okay. What is going on, man? Not impressed. I don't like this drill because it's not letting me run the fastener all the way in. It's cutting out at a certain point. It's just like saying, okay, we're going to this point, we're done. There's no way I would use this professionally in my business. Here we go. Here's the DeWalt one. Let me just show you, and I'm gonna run it near this knot. That's what I'm looking for. I just want the fastener to go all the way in. I don't want the drill to cut out and say, ooh, that's too much torque. No, 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 no. Do not do that to me, man. I'll tell you one thing, this Flex will take a screw out faster and it works great in reverse. I mean, maybe you just want to keep this around to back screws out. Speed test, guys. Okay. According to my tape measure, they're at the same height. Oh, this drill was only on second speeds. So we have both drills on speed 3 and they're in driver mode, and I'm gonna put them head to head and let's see which one drills first, okay? 3, 2, 1. I am not using that drill. That drill, in my opinion, is terrible. This one wins. I'm done. I don't even need to do any more on this test. I think that's dangerous. I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't like it. I hate it. I hate the drill, it's going back. So don't buy it. I don't recommend it. I will never buy a flex drill like that, ever. I hope I save somebody out there the frustration and agony that I just went through testing this drill. And Flex, if you want to reach out to us and send us a new one that doesn't do that, great. But as far as my opinion, as of right now, this drill is terrible. Don't buy it. Go invest in a little bit more expensive drill and be happier with your work. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please click that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. If you have a deck that you want to share on our channel or enter to share it, check that link below. We also have some merch if you want to maybe possibly support us by buying a Drdecks t-shirt. Click the link below on that as well. And we have a podcast with over 30 episodes for you. Click the link below on the podcast if you're into podcasts and go check that out as well, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Is what it is. Over and out.